Hey, it's Mike, and welcome to the morning market update. It's the pre-market right now. It's about 5 a.m. and the S&P 500 is down about 1/4%. The NASDAQ is also down by, well, it's actually flat right now, so it looks like it might turn positive. That NASDAQ has been doing really well. It was up over 2% yesterday. So we'll keep our eye on that. Now let's check out the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 has not been doing well. It was down almost 1% yesterday, and it's down in the pre-market almost 1%. So it looks like we're getting a lot of rotation into the tech sector. So it might be a chance to start. If you want to, I mean, April, we should get a pretty good rally. It might be led by the tech stocks. It looks like the small cap stocks that were doing well in the beginning of the year might take a back seat. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're looking to load up for a possible April rally. But the big story last night was Bitcoin. Bitcoin just kind of, I wouldn't say fell off a cliff because when you have a stock that's this volatile, a 6% move downward isn't totally that bad. But you look at the one-day chart here, it fell really from a top of around 55,000 all the way down to 53,000. 55,000 is like an important level of support for Bitcoin. So when it fell through that, just the bottom fell out, but it is starting to climb back. Now, I am long-term positive on Bitcoin, and you have to realize when you get a Bitcoin, which has had annualized returns of 200% for the past 10 years, big downward drafts in Bitcoin should not take you by surprise. In fact, I'm going to be doing some more buying. I got to wait till Friday though to get more cash to buy more Bitcoin, but I am going to do that. And let's go ahead and take a look at gold. Gold is currently flat pretty much. For the past month, you kind of have to watch gold because I do think this decade gold's going to do pretty well. It has fallen over the past month. You look over the past 6 months, it has fallen, but I do think if we get the rising interest rates, which will probably happen. I mean, we're 20. The U.S. national debt's like $27 trillion, and we just had a $1.9 trillion stimulus package passed, and I bet that's probably not going to be the last stimulus package. I think we're probably, my guess, even though we're done with the virus, I think there's still a lot of people who are still going to have trouble kind of getting back to where they were before the virus. So there might be like another stimulus package for like low-income people. That might be another couple of $100 billion coming in. So that may cause inflation to rise higher. Overall, though, the markets aren't too bad. I mean, yeah, the small caps are doing bad, but I always like to look at the S&P 500 as the sort of the gauge of the market because there's a nice spread of companies in there. And you look over the past month, you get sideways movement. I said that the month of March was going to be choppy. I didn't know it was going to be this choppy, but I do think once we get passed up to a new high here, and I think we should reach a new high pretty soon, then I think it's going to be off the races for the S&P because it's had a long time here to sort of trade in a range. I mean, you go back over the past 6 months now, you could argue it's been in a range really since mid-February, so that gives it a month and a half to sort of consolidate and then begin to move higher. And I anticipate, perhaps a 5% move in the S&P 500 during the month of April, which could give you maybe 15 to 20% returns on more aggressive stocks. So I would definitely keep a track on that, but I would probably right now lighten up on the small caps because the small caps, they just look like they're in a lot of pain. Even though they did do well over the past month, this is not a good sign here, and I just think there might be more opportunities with the small caps. And then I just want to take a look at a couple more things. I want to take a look at energy because the seasonally strong time for energy. It's been pretty bad 2 days. It's down the pre-market almost 1% after being down 1% yesterday. But if you have looked since February, which is when the seasonally strong time for energy, it's moved up from 39 to 48, 39 to actually 54, and it's moved down to 48. I think maybe in April it may continue to move a little higher, but if you cashed out right now, you still get some pretty nice returns. And then finally, let me go ahead and take a look at oil. Oil was down fractionally. Oil's down 1%. Since February, it's actually performed really well. It's moved up from 35 to 48, moved down. But yeah, it's actually pretty good that oil moves down a little bit. It'll take some of the strain out of, transport companies. You look at, I want to go ahead and just take a look real quick of Southwest because I took a look at Southwest yesterday. It was down 2.6, up a little bit. And I'm going to take a look at Carnival Cruise Line here. So CCL was down 5%, down another 2%. Well, they're not doing well. But overall, market's pretty much flat. S&P, let me just take one last look, see if it's still flat. IWM down. Okay, so I'm going to do more updates. I'm just going to post these online, but I just wanted to do a video update just to show what's going on in the markets and what I'm looking at. But once again, the big story is pretty much Bitcoin fell pretty hard, but it looks like it's recovering okay. So I'll keep you updated. I'll probably have another update going on maybe in like a couple hours, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like and go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. I do multiple daily updates on stocks, stock trading strategies, and market updates. Thanks a lot.